All right, the Supreme Court of Conscience is now in session. Honorable Justice Rawat is presiding.
Before we begin, this court must say one truth clearly. Justice is not a debate, it is a responsibility. Courage has no dress code. Anyone who speaks shall speak with respect or not speak at all. Anyone who speaks without respect will be silenced immediately. You may now all be seated.
Three shocking stories shaking the country. A hit and run, deadly pollution and legal glacier dumping.
Gen Z is involved in all three incidents. Troublemakers or heroes of the future?
Tonight, the truth reaches the courtroom.
Case 1, the People versus Ria and Arav.
Prosecutor, proceed.
My lordship. Look, I get it out of help, but that does not mean we just throw common sense out of the window. He had no training, no business stepping in like that. What if we made the situation worse? Should we just throw out every protocol just because he was feeling heroic?
Oh, okay. So we should have just let the guy choke because he didn't have some fancy certificate in his back pocket? I'm sorry, but when someone's life is on the line, you don't wait for permission. He acted, and that's more than most people ever do in a crisis.
This isn't a movie, Miss Zoe. Real life has consequences. You can't just jump in without understanding the risk. He didn't save anyone. He just got lucky. If he had screwed up, we'd be sitting here talking about fruits instead of miracles.
Order, stick to the facts.
Lucky? You call it luck when someone literally saves a life? Maybe it's not luck. Maybe it's called having basic human decency. Arav didn't wait for permission. He acted. And that saved the kid's life.
Enough, we are discussing whether or not Arv's actions were legally justified, based on the facts of the case.
No, I'm trying to see reality. If we reward people for ignoring rules because it feels right, we are going to have chaos. What if we did more damage? We'd be all back here asking how we let a rookie make life or death decisions.
Order!
Oh, please. Stop acting like he was out there performing surgery with a spoon. It isn't about rules. It's about the fact that Arav did something instead of waiting around for a qualified expert who might have shown up too late. Sometimes you don't need a degree to know what's right.
Miss Zoe, you have made your point.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But we need rules, or else we have everyone thinking they can step into roles they are not trained for. That's not bravery, that's recklessness. And I'm not about to encourage people to act like they're above the system.
Mr. Tiwari, we're not here to rewrite the rule book. We're here to apply it.
Thank you, my lordship. Oh, right, because the law has been doing such a spectacular job saving the environment right now, right? Let's wait while someone dies because the proper procedure is so fast. Arav made the call and it worked. Your system isn't perfect, so maybe it's time to start evolving.
Enough, I'm warning you both. This is a court of law, not a soapbox.
Sorry, Your Honor.
This is about order, Miss Zoe. Without order, there's nothing. If people can just act however they feel like.
Your point is understood, but Miss Zoe raises an important consideration.
Thank you, Your Honor. You say chaos, I say action. People like Arav are the reason we still have any hope left in this world. People make a difference. Arav made a difference. Let's not punish him for it. Your Honor, I would like permission to call the accused to the stand.
Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call Arav to the stand. Arav, why did you act?
My lordship, the boy was dying and no one else was doing anything, so I had to save him.
There you have it, Your Honor. Proof that this desperation was born out of humanity and not defiance.
We will now proceed to deliberation. Both sides have made their cases. After reviewing testimony and arguments, this court finds that Arv's intervention falls under Good Samaritan protections. His actions, though untrained, were in good faith and intended to save a life. He is therefore not guilty of negligence or unauthorized medical intervention. This court rules his conduct legally justified and socially commendable. Case closed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case 2, the Ladakh incident.
Prosecutor, proceed.
So, we are just ignoring the law now. These kids trespassed, stole evidence, and tampered with private property because they thought they knew better than the legal system. If everyone gets to decide when the law applies, what's left? No rules, no order.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
These kids saw something destroying a glacier and they took action. You're busy crying about property rights while an entire ecosystem is melting. Maybe your system isn't perfect and these kids saw a problem and they fixed it.
Mr. Tiwari, Ms. Zoe, this court will address the alleged crimes, not your political philosophies.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Fixed it? It's called breaking the law. Having a noble cause doesn't give anyone a free pass to sabotage private property.
Mr. Tiwari, your point is noted, but Ms. Zoe is correct. The action stemmed from a belief that the system had failed to intervene.
Thank you, Your Honor. Chaos is waiting for government machinery to actually work while an entire glacier melts. These kids saw something destroying a glacier. They didn't just chant slogans, they took action. And change doesn't happen without stepping on a few frozen toes.
Order, we will maintain decorum.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Prosecutor, continue.
So, now we reward law breaking. Is this what this courtroom is becoming? Because if everyone gets to decide that their crimes are good intentions, then the entire legal system collapses.
I would like to call one of the accused to the stand, Your Honor.
Proceed.
I call Tenzin to the stand. Tenzin, you say your actions were justified. Prove it.
My lordship, if I have learned anything living in the mountains, it's that if the ice die, we die. I couldn't stand by while the ice was being destroyed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We will now proceed to deliberation. This was not a simple act of trespass, but neither was it a sanctioned operation. The defendants broke laws, that is undeniable. However, their intent was to reveal environmental harm and prevent irreversible damage that the authorities had failed to address. Thus, the court issues a conditional verdict. The defendants are guilty of trespass, but due to overwhelming public interest and absence of malicious intent, they are granted a full pardon with a formal warning. This case is hereby resolved with leniency, acknowledging both the law and the urgency of environmental protection. Case closed.
Case 3, the South Delhi Saviors.
The court will now hear the case concerning the hashtag Breathe Delhi movement, an unapproved protest, an improvised air purifying device, and mass public mobilization initiated by 3 minors. We will focus solely on the legality of their actions. Prosecutor, proceed.
My lordship, these children orchestrated an 80,000 person gathering through a hashtag. No permits, no coordination, no oversight. They turned Delhi's toxic air into a social media spectacle and encouraged mass participation into unregulated public demonstration.
Your Honor, what the prosecution calls disorder was in reality desperation. With AQI pushing 900, these minors acted because no one else would. Their movement harmed no property, no people, and no public services. They mobilized citizens peacefully, distributed plants, and showcased that even a makeshift purifier is better than pretending the air isn't toxic. They didn't undermine the system, my lordship. They showcased that the system has stopped responding.
So we excuse illegal gatherings because they are trending. We applaud buildings unlicensed device because they look hopeful. If emotion overrides regulation, then what's left?
Chaos is when a city chokes waiting for action that never arrives. These kids didn't start a riot, Your Honor, they started awareness. Your Honor, I would like permission to call one of the accused to the stand.
Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call Ayan, one of the hashtag Breathe Delhi trio, to the stand.
My lordship, we weren't trying to create chaos. Delhi felt like a gas chamber. We woke up coughing every day while no one with authority even blinked. We built that purifier because breathing shouldn't feel like a privilege. We gathered all those people because we needed help and waiting was killing us.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Enough, both sides have now been heard. The court will now deliberate whether these actions endangered public order or merely tried to help a city breathe. The hashtag Breathe Delhi movement violated procedural requirements for public demonstrations. However, the court finds no evidence of violence, harm, or malicious intent. Their actions taken were peaceful, civic-minded, and prompted by severe public health concerns. Therefore, the court rules the minors are not guilty of incitement or public disorder. They receive a formal reprimand for bypassing legal permissions. Their message, though delivered unlawfully, exposed a legitimate public danger. Case concluded. This court urges legislative bodies to review outdated environmental response protocols. Court is now adjourned.
And that was the change we bring. We may talk in memes, think in reels, and dream in pixels, but our hearts are full of real hopes, ideas, and courage.
We are not breaking traditions, we're remixing them. Not replacing values, just upgrading the version.
Here's to every young mind out there. Keep slaying with kindness, keep working with a vision, and keep proving that Gen Z is in the future. We are the now. And one more thing.
Shut up, Aman. The audience has other stuff to do. Thank you
And stay awesome.
When the night feels cold and the road is long, we'll walk together where we all belong. Step by step, with hearts aligned, in the rhythm of hope, we'll find our time. Together we rise, higher than before, lifting each other, we open the door.
Lights off.